Thank you so much. Thank you. This is such a gift for me. I just have to tell you all, such a gift. And before I even start, I want to thank you for giving me this opportunity to because the gift for me is that I get to focus really intensely on Baba, on my experience of Baba, and the music and poetry that he's given me, and it's such an awesome experience getting ready for these concerts that I do for you. So thank you, and thank you to everyone who make it possible. Joe for sound, Angela for everything she does behind the scenes that we don't even know about, and Ruthie for hosting me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So um, let's see. So, I have a little script because if I don't follow it, we'll be here until next Thursday. So, after 35 years of touring, I've really been missing live concert settings because there's a tangible intimacy that happens when we gather together in the same space, when we sing together, there's an energy that I give out as the performer when I'm singing to you, and you give back in your attention and your appreciation. And during this last 2 years of almost no live events, that's the thing that I miss the most, that beautiful intimacy. It's a resonance. It's almost has a sound to it. And so one of the things that I discovered is that if we start these events with just a moment in silence and by sharing the breath, there's a technique that I learned called making our home in the breathing unity. And I might have started year ago my concert with you. And what it is about shifting our breathing perspective away from taking a breath and consciously allowing ourselves to receive the breath from all that is, and then to allow ourselves to give the breath back to all that is. So for just a few moments, a few breaths, everybody at your own pace, let's just allow ourselves to receive the breath and to give the breath back, remembering that Baba said, I am nearer to you than your own breath. So together, we're just allowing ourselves to receive and allowing ourselves to give the breath back, receiving the breath and giving the breath back. And I want to start this concert with the very same Baba words that I ended my last concert with you with. It seemed like a good stepping off place. One of my favorite Baba quotes. Baba said, I love you. Do not worry about your weaknesses. Eventually, they will go. Even if they linger, love will one day consume them. Everything disappears in the ocean of love. Because I love you, you have a pool of love within you. When you feel wretched, when you fall in your weaknesses, have a dip in that pool of love. Refresh yourself in that pool of love within you. It is always there. And even if you wash your weakness every day in that pool, it will remain clear. Don't worry. Baba loves you. That is what really matters. There's a kind of love that lingers, ever gentle through the years. There is love that's filled with laughter. There is love that's rimmed in tears. Love is sometimes tender teacher, sometimes it tears apart. Love that fills, love that empties, love alone that strains the heart. I'm a woman of conviction in a story not yet told. I'm an ancient country dreamer, and I've found that pot of gold. See, I've always followed rainbows, and that made me stand apart. Ever watching, ever waiting for that love that strains the heart. There's the pain of separation, there's the longing, there's despair. There's a moment of reunion, then it's gone. I don't care. I have lived a million lifetimes just to hold a tiny part of this love that changes everything. This love that strains the heart. Jai Baba, Jai Baba. Whew. So a note about the tears, because I know there will be tears, because I can never sing about him or share my sonnets about him without getting choked up along the way. And as I was practicing, and I do EFT tapping and things to get myself through that stuff, still the tears come. And today I had this beautiful gift from Baba, the memory of Mani. When first trip to India, there was a point where I was in town and Mani was there, and somebody said something and I completely broke down in tears. And Mani came over to me. She took my face in her hands. She lifted up my face so she was looking right into my eyes, and she said, "How wonderful, you're melting." And that memory came back, and I just thought, okay. So when I start crying, when I'm singing, I don't have to get embarrassed and think, oh my God, I'm crying and singing. I can say, I can hear Mani's voice saying, how wonderful, you're melting. So that's me. I'm melting. So back to my script. Ruth and I were talking a little bit before about how personal this journey is with Baba, and the beautiful ways that he takes individually such loving care of us and with us. And today the recall of the Mani experience was a gigantic one, but over the weekend during Amartithi, I was so excited about hearing Charles talk. I love Charles Haynes. He's been a Baba staple and a spiritual cosmic sibling of mine since the beginning. And something really odd happened with my mind thinking about time, and I missed it. And I was so sad that I missed Charles' talk. And so I thought, well, I'm just going to take this and I'm going to work on the concert. And I got out some old cassettes and I was listening to some old stuff. And I put a cassette in that didn't have a label on it. And I started playing it. And oh my God, it was a talk, a 90-minute talk that Charles gave in Chicago back in the 80s. And I just thank you, Baba. And then the next day, I found out that Charles' talk was online. So usually I just share Baba's words or Erich's words, but I want to share Charles' words and then a sonnet of mine before the next song. Charles Haynes' words. Baba's work is to awaken us as love. He is our own true self. Long to see Baba as he really is. And my words. When we become bored with desire and creation, when we lose interest in illusion's endless game, when we are no longer tethered between suffering and elation, when the question and the answer become one and the same. When the world has lost its power to elicit our reaction, when inspiration leads us forward, heart and body, soul and mind, when fantasy and empathy lose their sensual attraction, when we finally know there is no separation, there is no time, then the real adventure begins. Simply being here now, living as light, as love, holy and whole. No longer enamored with who, what, where, when, how. Then we cross a threshold in this journey of the soul. And in a single breathless moment, cosmically unhooking, we know what we're looking for is really what is looking. On a clear day, stop and look around you, and you are going to see just who you are. On a clear day, how it will astound you when the glow of your being outshines every star. You'll feel part of every mountain, sea, and shore, and you'll see from far and near a world you have never seen before. On a clear day, on that clear day, you can see forever and ever and ever more. On a clear day, stop and look around you, and you are going to see just who you are. On a clear day, how it will astound you when the glow of your being outshines every star. You'll feel part of every mountain, sea, and shore, and you'll see from far and near a world you've never seen before. On a clear day, on that clear day, you can see forever and ever and ever and ever more. Baba, 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 Baba. Thank you, J. Baba. So it occurs to me, as I was putting this concert together for you today, that I don't know if I've ever talked to you about my Assyrian grandparents. I come from a lineage of old country Assyrians. My dad was first generation born in this country, and Germans that had been in this country probably came over with Columbus, as near as we can figure. But my Assyrian grandparents really prepared me for the coming of Baba into my life, because my grandmother was an Assyrian Christian, and she was a lover of God, and she practiced her love for God in everything that she did. And in Assyrian, like many languages, the word for God is Baba. And so Grandma would get good news and she would say, "Oh, Baba." She'd drop something on the floor and she'd go, "Oh, Baba." She'd get bad news, "Oh, Baba." So I grew up hearing my grandmother say, "Baba, Baba, Baba." And then the next song that I'm going to do, I was inspired to write because of my grandmother, and I probably will get teary because whenever I sing this song, this is a song I've wanted to sing to all of you every single concert, but I knew that I couldn't get through it without weeping, so I said, not today, not today, not today, but today I'm going to do it, and we'll just weep through it together. So, and I have to say that these days, you know, in early days, the weeping was out of gratitude. These days, I am, and it might be my age, it might be the era that we're in. The tears that come to me these days come out of moments when I'm overcome with the beautiful truth of my life in Baba. Baal the Two used to say to me all the time, "Alexander, you have no idea how very fortunate you are." Well, these years, I do know how fortunate I am, and that moves me to tears. So I want to tell you about my Assyrian grandfather as well before I do this song, because he was Zoroastrian. And Grandma would take us to church on Sunday mornings, and then we would come home, and she'd make tea, and Grandpa, we'd sit around on the floor around Grandpa, and he would tell us stories about Ram and Krishna and Buddha and Muhammad and Jesus. And he would always end these little story sessions by saying, "But now don't tell your grandmother I told you this, because we know how much she loves Jesus and we don't want to hurt her feelings." So that is what I grew up with. And it was in India that I finally learned a song by Jamie, which I will also do. But first, sorry, tuning. Hot hands on a cold guitar. Grandma's song first. Get comfortable here. Baba, since you awakened me, nothing has been quite the same. And Baba, now that I've heard it, I'm endlessly calling your name. Oh, Baba, I would do anything just to be closer to you. So, Baba, I come here again and again, 'cause what else can I do? You've laughed with me, cried with me, lived with me, died with me, time after time and again. You've been father and mother, and sister and brother, and savior and lover and friend. Amen. Baba, when you awakened me, truly you opened a door. And Baba, now I am wanting you more, and yet more, and still more. Oh, Baba, no doubt about it, you're here, you're alive in my heart. So, Baba, what are these veils and veils that keep us apart. You were rocking me, reeling me, thrilling me, healing me, time after time after time. Filling me, holding me deep in my soul. There's a feeling I can't quite define. Baba, oh, for the sight of you, Baba, the touch of your hand, Baba. But there's nothing I can do now but to wait for you, you'll come again. Oh, Baba, I would do anything just to be closer to you. So, Baba, I come here again and again, 'cause what else can I do? You've laughed with me, cried with me, lived with me, died with me, time after time and again. You've been father and mother, and sister and brother, and savior and lover and friend. Amen. Baba, 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 Baba. Baba, 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 J Baba. So interesting cosmic joke from Baba during that song that I wasn't going to do because I was so afraid I was going to cry through the whole thing. Something happened with my guitar and it was slipping away from me. So I had to spend the whole song focused on not dropping it. So that's the gift from Baba. So there was, I just kept, so what I found myself doing was, oh, here's Baba taking care of me. And I found myself laughing in the spaces because I knew what he was doing. Isn't our Baba a wonderful Baba? And if nobody's written that song yet, maybe that's the next song I need to write. Our Baba is a wonderful Baba. And, sorry, hot hands on a cold guitar. Let me just tune up one more time. I can see some of you are singing along. I'm so excited. Please continue to do that. But we need to stay muted because otherwise it's kind of like being in the Twilight Zone, right? There it is. I think that's as good as it's gonna get. Sorry, I'm still having a little trouble here with tuning.
We always give guitarists unlimited tuning time.
God bless you all. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Beautiful song. Thank you.
Thank you. Interesting. What an odd thing. Sorry. Well, I'm just gonna play softer and sing louder. And please join me. This is a Jamie Newell song that I learned from Rafael Villafane, Mexican hard rock star, at Baba's tomb. And later, many years later, I finally got to meet Jamie. He's such a wonderful human being. Baba Dhanyavad, Baba Dhanyavad, Baba Dhanyavad, Baba Dhanyavad. Now, in the beginning, I always thought Dhanyavad meant thank you. And that's what I used to tell people when I did concerts. Except that one concert when Aloba was in the city, he was with the Chicago group, I was doing this song for one of the concerts, and I was saying that Dhanyavad means thank you, and Aloba stood up in the middle of the theater and said, no! Dhanyavad means bravo! Well done! So now we know that's what it means. Bravo. Baba Dhanyavad, Baba Dhanyavad, Baba Dhanyavad, Baba Dhanyavad. Rama Dhanyavad, Rama Dhanyavad, Rama Dhanyavad, Rama Dhanyavad. Oh, Meher, Dhanyavad Meher, Dhanyavad Meher, Dhanyavad Meher. Oh, Meher, Dhanyavad Meher, Dhanyavad Meher, Dhanyavad Meher. Krishna, Krishna Dhanyavad, Krishna Dhanyavad, Krishna Dhanyavad, Krishna Dhanyavad. Buddha, Buddha Dhanyavad, Buddha Dhanyavad, Buddha Dhanyavad, Buddha Dhanyavad. Oh, Meher, Dhanyavad Meher, Dhanyavad Meher, Dhanyavad Meher. Oh, Meher, Dhanyavad Meher, Dhanyavad Meher, Dhanyavad Meher. Muhammad, Muhammad Dhanyavad, Muhammad Dhanyavad, Muhammad Dhanyavad, Muhammad Dhanyavad. Jesus, Jesus Dhanyavad, Jesus Dhanyavad, Jesus Dhanyavad, Jesus Dhanyavad. Oh, Meher, Dhanyavad Meher, Dhanyavad Meher, Dhanyavad Meher. Oh, Meher, Dhanyavad Meher, Dhanyavad Meher, Dhanyavad Meher. Baba Dhanyavad, Baba Dhanyavad, Baba Dhanyavad, Baba Dhanyavad. One more time. Baba Dhanyavad, Baba Dhanyavad, Baba Dhanyavad, Baba Dhanyavad. Dhanyavad, Baba Dhanyavad. So, back in that trip where I learned that song from Raphael, that was the very first trip that I made to India. I've been fortunate enough to go twice, and I got to meet Mara and Mani and Bao Natu and Bao, just Erich, and it was a real blessing. I mean, really, a real blessing. And really, Myrtle Beach and the Baba Center in Myrtle Beach has become kind of my home base. And I'm so grateful that it's even there. But what I wanted to talk about this particular, that first trip, it was like an amazing musical, magical phenomenon, because Raphael Villafane was there, Bob and Jane Brown were there, Wendy and Chris Arkin were there, and a couple of other Baba Lover performers whose names I can't remember. And it was every evening. Artie was just, it was breathtaking. It was, and combined with, the man who would come with his children in his dhoti. They would come from the fields and they would sing in Indian, and people from other countries that would sing in their language. It was just like, it was one of the most amazing musical experiences I have ever had, that Artie. And during that time, I heard Chris Arkin do this song. Wendy and Chris did it. And he made a cassette tape for me. And I've been trying to learn this song since 1987. It's in my folder. Those of you who are musicians, it was in my folder every year. The folder I take out once a year and say, oh, can I do this song yet? And maybe next year. But I just decided that I was just going to barrel through it and do it the best justice I could do it. It is really one of my favorite Baba songs, and I looked at Chris's recordings, and this isn't on any of his recordings. So I might have to record it someday. Okay. And if I stumble, I'm just going to do what I do. I'll play softer and sing louder. I'm looking for some action that won't bind, and it disturbs my concentration. You're telling me I've got to lose my mind, but use my discrimination. Well, you just show me how, 'cause nothing stops me now. Count me in, break me down, come on, wrap me around your invisible fingers. Take me out when you go where the powerful know that my soul likes to linger. You're gonna make it hard for me to share this news with the rest of the world. God, man, cool, daddy, leader of the world, and the band of the new communicators. The world is not for many of my kind, that is, with this preoccupation. They say that I don't follow close behind. Ah, well, that's just insinuation, 'cause I can't fall too far. I'm always where you are. Count me in, break me down, come on, wrap me around your invisible fingers. Take me out when you go where the powerful know that my soul likes to linger. Gonna make it hard for me to share this news with the rest of the world. God, man, cool, daddy, leader of the world, and the band, the new communicators. You hooked me once and I could not let go. It's more than mere infatuation. You say if I will love you, I will know. Eventual realization. Now we're everywhere, and I'll protect my share. Count me in, break me down, come on, wrap me around your invisible fingers. Take me out when you go where the powerful know know that my soul likes to linger. You're gonna make it hard for me to share this news with the rest of the world. God, man, cool daddy, leader of the world, and the band of the new communicators. Now we're everywhere, and I'll protect my share. Count me in, break me down, come on, wrap me around your invisible fingers. Take me out when you go where the powerful know that my soul likes to linger. You give this opportunity to share this news with the rest of the world. God, man, cool daddy, leader of the world, and the band of the new communicators. God, man, cool daddy, leader of the world, and the band of the new communicators. Oh, one more time. God, man, cool daddy, leader of the world, and the band of the new communicators. Avatar Meher Baba Kijay. Thank you, Karis. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to stumble through that one. I love that line. That might be my favorite line ever written. God, man, cool daddy, leader of the world, and the band of the new communicators. Thank you wherever you are, Karis. So now, Baba's words. More of my favorite ones, so I probably shared these before. He doesn't mind. I hope you don't. I am not come to establish any cult or society or organization or even to establish a new religion. The religion that I shall give teaches the knowledge of the one behind the many. The book that I shall make people read is the book of the heart. That holds the key to the mystery of life. I shall bring about a happy blending of the heart. I shall revitalize all religions and all cults and bring them together like beads on one string. One of my songs. That's tune, it's still out of tune. There it is. One tree, many branches, one love, one heart. One breath joins us together. Here's where we start. One song, many voices, one world divine. One book, many stories, your life and mine. One love, one heart, one breath, one grace, one single source, one single light in every face. One earth, one sky, one life, one flame. So many dreams, so many fears, so many joys, so many tears. We are the same. One road, many journeys, one moon, one sun, one source, many children, one tree, just one tree, just one. One love, one heart, one breath, one grace, one single source, one single light in every face. One earth, one sky, one life, one flame. So many dreams, so many fears, so many joys, so many tears. We are the same. One tree, many branches, one love, one heart. One breath joins us together. Here's where we start. One tree, many branches. One tree, many branches. One tree, many branches. One tree, just one. A sonnet. When everywhere I look, I see God's lovely face. I know there is one path and only one desire, to follow those who've walked before me, called forth by grace, to surrender everything into love's illuminating fire, to release open-hearted all that I've become in order to purely, brightly burn as the light. Singing, speaking, eloquent, though often I'm struck dumb in wonderment and in awe, breathless at the sight of love's sweet journey home. Never did I dream that I might live like this, as love, as light, unbound, whole, and being finally, simply, surely free. How amazing is this? What could be more profound? After all these years of careful seeking, clarity, for answers, for peace, now I understand. When love comes for love, all the questions cease. On a day like this, in a world like ours, when I lose my way, I look to the stars. In the silence there I can finally hear, and I remember love must love. At a time like this, when there's battle lines and the pull so strong to choose a side, well, I find a tree where I can sit and wait till I remember love must love. Love must love, that's what love must do. Love must love, my heart knows this is true. Love must love, not up to me or you. Love will do what love must do. So I'm going to sing that Love Must Love many, many times if you want to join me. Love must love, that's what love must do. Love must love, my heart knows this is true. Love must love, not up to me or you. Love will do what love must do. There's no battlefield where there is no fear. There's no better than when the heart is clear. And the only thing I am certain of, love is blind, it can only love. Love must love, that's what love must do. Love must love, my heart knows this is true. Love must love, not up to me or you. Love will do what love must do. Love must love, love must love, love must love. what love must do. So on a night like this, when we gather round, filling time, filling space with a joyful sound, all this love flowing outward bound, we live as love, and love must love. Love must love, that's what love must do. Love must love, my heart knows this is true. Love must love, not up to me or you. Love will do what love must do. Love must love. Love must love. Love must love. Love will do what love must do. One more time. Love must love, that's what love must do. Love must love, my heart knows this is true. Love must love, not up to me or you. Love will do what love must do. Love will do what love must do. Love will do what love must do. And love must love. Love must love. One more sonnet, winding towards the end here. No animated full-length film. No animated full-length film. Computer's generation. No argumental fodder for debaters' endless games. Not false or mythologic, these avataric incarnations. One God, alive in human form. Same spirit, different names. Different cultures, stories, methods, different eras, language, face. Same old simple message, same sweet release of grace. Even now, our heart's awakening, longing, yearning sets the tone for that ancient soul returning, love that comes for love alone. With arti, puja, incense, prayer, we daily dedicate to living love's own story, self and soul and breath and art. Here we live a life of service, study scripture, meditate, pretending candles fan the flame that burns in every heart. But unlike all those other objects in that backward-facing mirror, the divine is always closer than it actually appears. Love is all around me in this world. Love is all around me in this world. Love is all around me, I am absolutely sure. I can see it 'cause I know what I'm looking for. Joy, joy is all around me in this world. Joy is all around me in this world. Joy is all around me, I am absolutely sure. I can see it 'cause I know what I'm looking for. Peace, peace is all around me in this world. Peace is all around me in this world. Peace is all around me, I am absolutely sure. I can see it 'cause I know what I'm looking for. I know some of you know that I practice energy medicine in this life, and one of the things I've learned from some of my master teachers is that the brain and the head really listens to what we say. And then it will literally guide all the other senses to direct it so my life will affirm what I say. So if I wake up in the morning and I say, man, this day is just gonna suck, people are so mean, my brain will say, as you wish, madam, and the rest of the day I will only be aware of the reality surrounding me where the day sucks and people are mean. Okay? And so that's why I wrote this song, because it's a medicine song for me. It helps me remember what I want my brain to help me see. Love is all around me in this world. Love is all around me in this world. Love is all around me, I am absolutely sure. I can see it 'cause I know what I'm looking for. Oh, one more time. Love is all around me in this world. Love is all around me in this world. Love is all around me, I am absolutely sure. I can see it 'cause I know what I'm looking for. Okay, I have to do this. Baba's all around me in this world. Baba's all around me in this world. Baba's all around me, I am absolutely sure. I can see him 'cause I know what I'm looking for. Let's sing that one again together. Baba's all around me in this world. Baba's all around me in this world. Baba's all around me, I am absolutely sure. I can see him 'cause I know what I'm looking for. I can see him 'cause I know what I'm looking for. I can see him 'cause I know what I'm looking for. I know what I'm looking for. Oh, Baba, oh, Baba, oh, Baba.
You know, there's been a request.
There has been. Okay.
Yeah. Peter wondered if you had a chance,
Mhm.
if you could sing Song of the Soul.
I don't know that one.
Ah,
I don't know
okay.
that one.
Love of my life, I am dying. I am not dying.
Lead us, lead us.
No, I
I'm
don't know.
dancing, dancing along in the madness. Na 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 na. No sadness, only a song of the soul, and we'll sing this song. Why don't you sing along? Na na na, and we'll sing for a
For a long, long time.
time. Why don't you sing this song? Why don't you sing along? And we can sing for a long, long time. Oh, wait, isn't it? Love of my life, I am sighing, I am not crying, I am dancing, dancing along with this madness. There is no sadness, only a song of the soul, and we'll sing this song. Why don't you sing along? and we can sing for a long, long time. Why don't you sing this song? Why don't you sing along? And we can sing for a long, long time. I guess I did know that song, huh?
Yeah, I
What
remember
day
you.
is it
Signing,
I
for
what
a
remember.
living?
beautiful signing. Oh my. Oh my, oh my. Oh my, oh my. So there was one other Baba thing I wanted to read. Might not be here. Interesting. I guess Baba doesn't want me to read it then, huh? Let me see. I'm just looking back through my notes. There was just one more song I wanted to do. Um, Interesting. It's not here. So, I'm going to do a sonnet, a song, close with Baba's words, and then I hope we can visit. I hope I haven't gone too long. Oh, good. Okay. Another sonnet. I have just fallen in love with writing sonnets this year. To be, to play, to seek, to find, to ever hold in mind love's face, to renew, reframe, to redefine, to serve as love with ease and grace, to release desire and expectation, to live fully without guilt or blame, to be the light without question, without hesitation, to willingly play this cosmic game, to release the fragrance of this inner attainment, no, to release the fragrance of this inner knowing, to become more authentic, more divine, slowly, gently forward growing, like the reed, emptied and hallowed with time, until I can so clearly resonate love's sweet song, then blissfully intoxicate those who choose to sing along. And join me on this one. This is one I know you'll recognize. I had more to say about it, so I wrote verses dedicated to my Assyrian grandmother. And actually, I can set my guitar down here. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. When I was just a little girl, about 2 or 3, my grandma taught me about this light that God had given me. She said, someday it would set me free, and all I have to do is let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. When I was going off to school, about 9 or 10, my grandma sat me down and taught me about that light again. She said it would remind me about my closest friend, and all I have to do is let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Now many years too quickly flew, Grandma passed away, but not the joy, not the love, and each and every day. That ever-present precious light, oh, it leads my way, and all I have to do is let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Let's sing it one more time. Please, this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, 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 let it shine. Yay, 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 yay. And now, my favorite, absolutely favorite Baba words. And actually, one more tiny story about my Assyrian grandfather, if it's okay. I really knew the Assyrian community when I was little. I was surrounded by them from probably about 7 years old until I was about 12 when my grandparents moved to California. And the Assyrians always, the old country Assyrians would always greet each other in this moment of, like, they would stop and they would look into each other's eyes and they would say Shlamaloch. Shlamaloch. And I would watch this happen, and it was like magic. There was magic in that moment. It wasn't just, hey, how you doing? It was, they were there. And I would ask my grandfather all the time, what does that mean? Shlamaloch, what does that mean? And my grandfather would say, it's like peace be with you, but more. And then he would shake his head and he would say, I don't have the words in your language. And then many, many years later, they were in California. Grandpa was in a nursing home with Alzheimer's. And when I toured out that way, I would stay with Grandma, and we would go visit Grandpa at the center that he was staying at. And he didn't know who I was. He sometimes knew who Grandma was, but he didn't know who I was. I was just some young, aide from the place he lived in, and we walked the halls together. And he was in the old country. He wasn't in this institution. He was in the old country. And he would tell me the stories about, we would walk by, he would say, oh, that's so-and-so's farm, and that's so-and-so's farm, and there's the store where the grown-ups all go to smoke the hookah, and that's, those cows, and he'd laugh, and he would say, and he'd say, oh, the man that owns that farm is bald, and he keeps putting cow shit on his head because he thinks it's going to make his hair grow. So he was gone. He was just there, and then there was a moment where it was like his body got this electric shock, and he turned and he looked at me and he said, Shlamaloch. It means I see that you are God. And then he was gone again. Then he was back in the old country. And so before I say Baba's words, what I would say to all of you is Shlamaloch. Shlamaloch. And then Baba's words in a moment of silence, followed by a moment of silence. Love is essentially self-communicative. Those who do not have it catch it from those who do have it. Those who receive love from others cannot be its recipients without giving a response which in itself is the nature of love. True love is unconquerable and irresistible. It goes on gathering power and spreading itself until eventually it transforms everyone it touches. Avatar Meher Baba Ki Jai. Avatar Meher Baba Ki
Ki
Jai.
Jai.
Avatar Meher Baba Ki
Ki
Jai.
Jai.
Thank you all for the gift of this beautiful time with you.
Trish, thank you. That was just amazing. I just wanted to also mention that Trish put her email address. So if you want to get in touch with her, there's some I guess it's a website that you can listen to some music.
Actually, if you go to Tricia Alexander on YouTube, my CDs are up there. You can just listen to them. If you go to triciaalexander.org, that's my website. And there's some, over the last few years, I've done a little bit of ministry, and there's actually a couple of my talks are up there, along with a couple of guided meditations and information about the healing work I do, and a couple of songs. And I still have my newest CD, We Are the People That We've Been Waiting For. I still have a few hard copy available if you're interested. I have several poetry books that are available in hard copy. You could just email me.
At
And
triciaalexander.org.
yeah, yes. And I'm in the process of doing 2 new CDs. I hope they'll be finished by
Wow.
Christmas. Yeah, one mostly poetry with a little bit of music in between, and the other one blues and jazz, which I have always wanted to record a blues and jazz CD, and I kept putting it off. And recently, a dear friend of mine said, "What are you waiting for, Tricia?" So I'm not going to wait anymore.
Mm.
And who? I'm sorry. Rainy, that is you. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Your signing was absolutely exquisite.
No, it's baby talk. Now, Franny's first language, Franny, my daughter, her first language is sign, but she started talking when she was 4. So we both speak baby talk and baby sign.
It's awesome. I remember Franny. I remember Franny. And you know what? I think you were at those Arties as well, weren't
Yes,
you?
that's where I first heard you and found out what a great musician you are.
And you also, my sister friend, an incredible musician.